Good to see you.
I want to tell you about my breakfast this morning. I had been thinking about making eggs when my son came home, and he had been to the grocery store and picked up muffins as well, and we had a wonderful breakfast. Today I want to tell you a little bit a story, or have you look at a story, and some pictures, and this takes place in the past.
Oh, okay.
And we have talked a little bit about the past tense. But first I want to look at the pictures and have you kind of acclimate here. And I want to make sure you know the vocabulary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So in this picture, these are pancakes.
Yeah.
And this woman is putting on her apron. And this is her cat. And here she's taking out a recipe book. And these are the instructions to the recipe.
Yeah.
And I want to show you, so let me show you another picture here.
Okay.
So here's a picture of this woman coming home. And this is her, remember the word cat? Did I tell you cat yet? This is cat.
Yeah, you mentioned that, yeah.
And this is a picture. This is maple syrup. And so what is happening in this picture?
Well, I noticed, she's getting home, and it seems like she's coming home to make pancakes, and she has her syrup there, but she's really surprised when she sees, the cat has knocked over the pitcher, and she's probably pretty upset.
Yes, I think that's very true.
Yeah.
And here's one more picture. And in this one, this is maple syrup.
Yeah.
This is syrup we get from the tree's sap. It's delicious and wonderful on pancakes. And this is her neighbor. So what is happening in this picture?
Well, it seems like she has just gotten some sap, or gotten maple syrup, maybe from the store or something like that, and she's thinking about coming home to make some pancakes, and then she runs into her neighbor here.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So all this took place in the past. So I do want to talk to you a little bit past tense.
Yeah.
And we have talked quite a bit about simple past, which I think you're familiar with. I ate breakfast. And the continuous. And what would be the continuous if I ate breakfast?
Like I was eating breakfast?
Right. And I think you're very familiar with that tense as well.
Yeah.
So maybe we're less familiar with the perfect tenses and past perfect and present perfect and both those tenses in the continuous form. So let's go over that a little bit. If I say I had eaten breakfast when you arrived, had eaten is the verb tense for the past perfect tense, and it is an action in the past that takes place before another event.
Oh, okay.
And so in the present perfect tense, it's something that has been completed in the past, and it is not a specific time. It's not necessarily interrupt to have another event happen. It doesn't reference that. And you also have the future tense, which I will have eaten. And that is action that will be completed before another time in the future. So I will have, for tonight, I will have prepared dinner before we eat.
Yeah,
Would be an example of that. So then perfect continuous, I had been eating. That's an event in progress before another event takes place. And then the present perfect progressive, I have been eating, is again action that is going on up to this point, up to the present, or a little before the present. So those are, and then I will have been eating is action in progress before another event in the future. So those future ones are take some thinking, but I want to practice these.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to practice these today. So let's begin with this picture, and let's. Why don't you try the perfect tense? when that, so you said she was thinking about something, about pancakes. So can you use the perfect tense to describe that?
Yeah, like she had thought about pancakes while putting her apron on.
So if you use, now remember, when you use the past perfect tense, that action is before another event. So it would be before she had been thinking about pancakes when she got her book.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
that is great. So could you, let's see, could you think of any other tenses you could use here in the perfect, simple present, simple past, with, either with or just use a perfect tense? Let's try another one. What did she do in this picture? How could you describe that in the past tense?
Yeah.
So you try the future tense in this time. Try the I, she will have. Try that tense and see what you can do with that.
Okay. So she will have made pancakes after she looks at the recipe book?
Let's try that again. She will have finished reading the recipe before she cooks. So she hasn't yet cooked, but she will need to finish this action before cooking. So she will have read the recipe before cooking.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So let's take a look at this picture. This is when she comes home. And as you mentioned, she was surprised or upset. So let's talk about some language around this. So I have your chart here so you can refer to it.
Okay.
And I want you to see if you can, in the past tenses, go ahead and describe this picture.
Yeah, sure. The cat had spilled the milk.
Great. It's wonderful use of the past perfect. And so is there another event that takes place? Try that again with a subsequent event.
Oh, sure. The cat had spilled the milk when she came in through the door.
Before she came in. Good, great. Lovely. Okay, well, let's take a look at this one. Now this time, do you feel like you're familiar enough with these now to go ahead and try a picture on your own?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
Wonderful. So why don't you go ahead and take a look at this picture and describe that for me using these tenses. You can refer to your chart.
Oh, okay.
See what you can do here.
So she will have eaten pancakes when she arrives home with the syrup.
Wonderful. Okay, would you like to, is there any other ones you would like to use?
Maybe like, I'll use the past and say she had collected, or she had, bought syrup when she arrives at her neighbor's door.
She had bought. Yeah, before she came to her neighbor's door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, good job.
Okay, yeah,
I think you did a wonderful job today. Thank you.
Yeah.